Here we are at the Albany Tea Party. You can see a lot of people down here, and it's very early. It hasn't officially even begun yet. Being such a beautiful day and such opposition, I believe that this whole park is going to be jam-packed. And we're going to get down and we're going to see some of the people and see what it's all about down there.
Generation. Critics call this nothing but a rally organized by the Republican Party. But organizers here say that is not the case. They say it's a nonpartisan rally, it has nothing to do with President Obama and party politics.
The reason for all tea parties is the same reason that inspired the first Tea Party in 1773. It is freedom. Freedom from the tyranny of a government that uses taxation, spending, and now bailouts in order to exert control over its citizens.
20 years ago for a reason. And I tell you one thing, I feel more patriotic than some of the people that went to vote.
I find it very, very hard to make ends meet. And just because of the taxes.
I thought everything's free in England, right?
Yeah, it is, but it's over taxation. I mean, over there, they'll probably work about half the year before they can start making any money.
Wow. So your tax holidays come even later, and now you're coming over here, you're seeing the same thing, where the government's, it's all going down the toilet.
Yep, and I'm in the U.S. military, but I'm just sick of it.
Term limits, career politicians. We will remember in 2010, 2012, you cannot establish security on borrowed housing.
Vote against incumbents. Vote against any incumbent that's
Oh yeah.
God bless America. Beside her and guide her through the light of above. From the mountains to the prairies to the ocean, like the coast. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America. Beside her and guide her through the light of love. From the mountains to the prairie, to the ocean, like the coast. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America.
Let me introduce our next extraordinary citizen, because I'm trying to get away from that ordinary stuff. Mike Eggleston, he's a small business owner, an Army veteran, a patriot, and now he's calling himself an activist. Go figure. Mike.
What's going on, everybody? So, I wrote this down, so hopefully I don't mess it up too bad. I want to talk today about our constitutional liberties and the corruption going on in our government and this current economic crisis that we're facing. The corruption has not only influenced these big banks and Wall Street corporations, as many of us know, but has taken over our country's government at almost every level. Both sides of the aisles, Republicans and Democrats alike, all of them are to blame equally. The corporation seems to be protected and held in higher esteem than the average citizen. Taxation without representation is the norm once again, one of the very reasons for the American Revolution 2 centuries ago. Taxes and fees are on the rise across the state and local level. It's almost like we should just hand over our entire paychecks to these crooks. They're trying to take it all, but I say no more. And as Thomas Jefferson said, democracy is mob rule by 51%. Democracy always fails due to corruption in the end. But this is not about Democrat or Republican anymore. It's about our best interests as a nation and as Americans. Real ID Act, where they want us all to have a national ID card to replace our state driver's license. H.R. 1388, the GIVE Act, or the National Service Act, outlines the road to mandatory volunteering. That's an oxymoron. Mandatory volunteering. I think they got that one wrong. H.R. 875, the Food Safety Act, sponsored by big agri companies like Monsanto and Tyson, so they can regulate the food supply, seeds, farming, and production. And then we have corporations like GE and Big Oil who are pushing the smart grid and new so-called green technologies, standing to make hundreds of billions in profit off the UN agenda of so-called man-made global warming. So we add that up to the taxation of our income, and I think you start to get the picture. As Benjamin Franklin said, those who give up their liberty for a little temporary security deserve neither and lose both. We need to know what type of world we want for our children and grandchildren. It's time to suck it up, get involved, and spark that truly creative and proactive approach that made this country the greatest nation on earth. This is not a left or a right issue. It's an American issue. And I'm willing to bet that if we do nothing, in a few short years we will not recognize this country or what remains of our liberty and our Constitution. We've had our liberties trampled, our Constitution eroded for too long. There is one solution when the dust settles. Frankly, it's a revolution. And that is to rebuild using the virtues of personal responsibility, compassion, equality, and ethics to uphold the Constitution and liberty for every person, regardless of race, creed, religion. It doesn't matter. We're Americans. It is the duty of the people to rise up and remove this type of corruption should it take hold. The type of tyranny we now see running freely without oversight, without checks and balances, with free rein to tax and spend and subvert truth at every corner. We now stand at a crossroads, a choice to stand up and resist or lay down and silently comply. Samuel Adams said, "If ever a time should come when vain and aspiring men shall possess the highest seats of government, our country will stand in need of its experienced patriots to prevent its ruin." Well, my friends, this is why we are gathered here today. That time has come, and it's up to each one of us. We are the ones we have been waiting for to bring real change to this country. To put aside the left versus right, the Democrat versus Republican bickering once again, and look to the Constitution as the rule of law. It has always been and always will be small groups of people throughout history that have changed the world. Thank you.